let me just focus again on the upcoming election. As you know, now Newt Gingrich is running and way ahead in the polls in Iowa and South Carolina and Florida, and gaining steadily in New Hampshire. And now it appears that Newt Gingrich is picking up where Michelle Bachmann, Rick Perry, Herman Cain, and we need to include Donald Trump in this process as well. But here, let me just go over a couple of things. I want to tell you this. If Witness Protection Program Romney, Newt Gingrich, or Fig Newton Gingrich, and Ron Paul and Rick Perry, and by the way, those of you who are Ron Paul supporters, let me be clear about something. I haven't endorsed anybody. I'm not going to endorse anybody. None of these people are ever going to make mention of the fact that the birth certificate. I mean, Rick Perry may do that. Now he may do it. If he does, then he'll get my endorsement. But I have not looked the other way about Ron Paul because because I just don't like him. No, I do have some problems with him, but I haven't endorsed anyone. And it appears that Ron Paul has a very strong following, but Ron Paul is just like Mitt Romney. He can only get a small percentage of people. Witness Protection Program Romney is up about 20, 22, 23%, and he hasn't been able to go beyond that. And the same thing with Ron Paul. He can't grow his numbers. Newt Gingrich is up to 33% now. But here, what I want to establish is this: if these people, Rick Perry, Ron Paul, Witness Protection Program Romney, and Newt Gingrich, if that's the best that the GOP has to offer, then Obama's going to win by a landslide. Let me tell you why. Let's just say right now the two front runners are Witness Protection Program Romney and Newt Gingrich. Well, were Obama to run against Newt Gingrich, first of all, Newt Gingrich just isn't presidential timber. He just isn't. The man has been married 5 times, and I mean, he's like Henry VIII, this guy. Moreover, he has taken money from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. He's been an insider, he got kicked out of Congress, the Speaker of the House. He has a very explosive temper, and he just isn't. He might be able to cerebrally, intellectually debate Obama, and I'd love to see that in a Lincoln Douglas style debate. And the very fact that the conservative base, the Christians, are supporting Newt Gingrich in Iowa, I don't understand that. I believe that in fact, I know the judgment of God is upon the Republican Party. I've taught it several months now. That God has turned the Republican Party, especially the Tea Party segment of the Republican Party, over to a reprobate mind, and they're just blind. They want to move Obama so bad, but they refuse to use the truth and the Constitution to do it. Now they have what the Bible refers to as a reprobate mind, that they can't be healed, they can't be consoled. They're just headed for destruction. They're like 3 blind mice. They're going to the Tea Party. But having said that, the fact that they as Christians would support Newt Gingrich, who's changed his religion, and I'm not here to beat up on Newt Gingrich. I'm just talking about the fact that if this is what you're going to put up against Obama, are you crazy? And the Witness Protection Program Romney, well, he's no better. The very first thing Obama's going to do is slam him with the fact that he got the Obamacare idea from Mitt Romney and the Laws Health Care program that Mitt Romney put together in Massachusetts. And that's going to kill his campaign. He's going to try to squirm out of it. He's going to get caught in lies, trying to get out of it. But the other thing I think is very important is that Mitt Romney, he's a flip-flopper from way back. He was pro-choice at one point. Now he says he's pro-life. He says he's an outsider, but that's only because he couldn't get elected to the Senate when he tried so desperately. He was the governor of Massachusetts for 4 years. He worked for Bain Company for 25 years, but that company would take over small businesses, 200-300 employees, fire half of them, and cause the employees left to do 3 times as much work as they were doing, cut down on the payroll, raise the practices, raise the profits, and then sell the corporation. And all that's going to come out. Moreover, he's a Mormon. And nobody in the Republican Party wants him now. He can't get above 23% of the Republicans. How do you think he's going to get the independents and all the Republicans? People are just going to stay home and just say the heck with it. So, you know, Ron Paul, does he have a chance? Yeah, but he too will only appeal to a certain segment, maybe 23% of the Republican Party if he gets that much, and he just doesn't appeal beyond that. Now, those he appealed to are very, very, I suppose, energized, energetic supporters. Ron Paul supporters are. And I don't hate Ron Paul. Somebody said I don't hate Ron Paul. Don't be saying that about me. I don't hate Ron Paul. But the media don't like him. You know, the Republican Party don't like him. You know, nobody likes him except that group that likes him, Okay, you like him, you like him. But he cannot carry the water. He can't carry the fight to Obama. Now, Rick Perry, strangely enough, who obviously is not very intelligent. He's not very bright. And so in a debate, Obama's going to eviscerate him. Obama would slaughter him, you know, like a Chicago slaughterhouse. Rick Perry. So if that's the best, the judgment of, listen to me, everybody, listen to me. The judgment of God is against the Republican Party because of the Tea Party. Now, a lot of people don't like that. They hate me and they, you know, but God has turned the Republicans over to reprobate mind. And there really is not anybody out there to run against Obama. I mean, by now, Wall Street would have, or some major investor like the Koch brothers. Here's how the game is played. Here's how this political presidential game is played. The Koch brothers picked Herman Cain. Open up their treasure chest of money, as much as you want, you can have it. But you see what happened to him. And that's what happens. We know, you and I know, that George Soros picked Obama. Open up his treasure chest, and whatever you want, you can have it. And then they called it all his best and say, get rid of Hillary Clinton, get rid of that witch now, and I want Obama. And everybody said, well, you know, George Soros is calling the shots. Hillary, you got to go. Sorry, honey, but you got to go. George Soros, you and I know, George Soros picked Obama. The Koch brothers picked Herman Cain, which is the dumbest thing I could ever think of doing. I mean, it's just stupid. It's absolutely, I know Herman Cain against Obama. But at any rate, if there was somebody out there, the money would have found them. You know, you go to the polls and you vote and all that. Everybody knows the one man, one vote. But when it all comes down to it, it comes down to who's got the money. And it comes down to who's got the money. That's who gets the presidency. I mean, look, George Bush got the presidency. This guy didn't know his ABCs. I mean, this guy didn't even know his ABCs and got the presidency. So, well, then Rick Perry can do it too. Yeah, you know, Rick Perry reminds me of George Bush, quite frankly. At any rate, my friends, it needs to be clear that Obama will win in a landslide in 2012, and the rest of us can pack our bags and head for Nicaragua or someplace. I'm James David Manning with nothing but the truth, the whole truth, the stomped down truth here on the Manning Report.
All truth, all the time, the Manning Report is sure to blow your mind. Just let me hear you sing. He's gonna make your day. Just listen to the